Jeff Mathews, my dad. Now let's go cook something.
Welcome back to another edition of Lip Smacking and Jaw Jacking with Jeff Mathews. Today we're making chicken and sausage gumbo. Woo, what a favorite. I loved when my mom made this as we were growing up. Look on down here. Let me show you what we got down here. We're going to cut up a little bit of celery, put a little parsley, a little onion, a little red bell pepper. We're going to add a few spices in, some garlic, a little gumbo filet, a little Creole Tony seasoning. And then we're going to make a roux, put all that in, put some chicken in there. It's going to be good.
First thing we do is cut up a little bit of this celery to get that going. And we try to get that as quickly as possible. Get that in the pot so that can start cooking. Get that sauteed down. And we're going to cut up an onion. Kind of get that ready to go. I love a good bell pepper. You know, you could use a green bell pepper, which is most common. I like red. Just give it a little bit of color. I've been making these gumbos for years. Some people like a chicken and sausage. Some people like just the chicken. I like putting the chicken, sausage, and every so often I like adding some shrimp.
Hey, this is Caden. I'm going to need parsley for the gumbo.
Doing a good job, buddy. Do you put much parsley in there at all?
Yeah, not that much.
Okay. All right. Before we get going any further, I want to go ahead and cook my my celery, my onions, and my bell pepper. And then remember, we added a little bit of parsley in. They actually call this the Trinity. You can buy this frozen, or you can cook it fresh. I like cutting mine up fresh. So before I put that in, I'm just going to add just a little bit of olive oil. Just a tad of olive oil to get that going. I'm going to go ahead and put in my vegetables. All right, now that my vegetables are sauteed pretty good, if you want to come over and take a peek at that. Yeah, everything cooked down pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just set those over to the side. Okay, hey, I've got my chicken. I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken in my bowl here. And I'm going to put a little bit of flour. Just about a half a cup of flour. If I get the flour to come out, there we go. Just about a half a cup of flour on my chicken. All I want to do is just kind of coat the chicken. Once you get a little light coating on the chicken, move that around a little bit. Then we'll take a little bit of pepper. Pepper it a little bit. Take a little salt. And for some that like a little bit of Tony's Creole seasoning, I'm going to put a little bit of Creole seasoning. And just kind of move that around a little bit. Now that I've got my chicken coated, I'm going to go ahead and bring it over to this area over here. And then I've got my pot. On about medium, probably about medium heat. And then I'm going to add my sausage. There's nothing in the pot right now. What I'm going to do is put my sausage in. Once I get my sausage in, I'm going to just kind of move the sausage around, heat it up a little bit, try to render some of the grease out of it. The oils that come out of the sausage and things like that, I'm going to use to fry my chicken with, and then I'll add my vegetables in a few minutes. Alright, we've been cooking the sausage for a little bit to kind of get the fat out of it. Right now I'm going to take the sausage back out. I'm just going to put it back on the plate that I had it on from earlier. Just trying to get as much of the grease out of it. If you come over here, you will see that there is quite a bit of fat, I guess oil, out of the sausage. And this is what I'm going to use to fry my chicken in. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. I'm going to kind of pan fry the chicken a little bit. The chicken I've got is chicken breast and chicken thighs.
I like a lot of chicken in my gumbo. If you come over and take a look at this, in the pot here, I got my chicken breast, and then I've got the thighs. I'm just going to let it brown a little bit. What I'm going to do now is take our chicken out, put it on another plate here. What I'm going to do is put my flour in the bottom, and that's going to be that's how I start making my roux. Once we get the roux going, get everything back in, then we'll add our chicken back in. Let me go ahead and get about a tablespoon. Put a tablespoon of, probably a little much right there. Just about a tablespoon of that. Sprinkle it around. Just kind of mixing it up a little bit, just to help me with my roux now. We'll let that mix a little bit. It's almost going to be like a paste in the bottom of my pot. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and add in my water. I usually add in about 8 cups of water or less. Really, in this pot, I'm just going to try to fill up the pot about halfway. Alright, now that this is getting hot, almost to a boil here, I'm going to go ahead and put in my meats. I've got my chicken. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken back in. I'm going to go and next I'm going to add my sausage. I like using these colored plates after I put the raw foods in, and I put the plates away and I just grab a different color plate. Kind of keeps me reminded of using a clean plate each time. Now, as far as the Trinity goes, or your vegetable mix with your bell pepper, your celery, and your onion, remember we added a little bit of parsley to give a little more flavor to it. Now that we got all our vegetables in here, well, almost all our vegetables, I also put in our okra as well. Let's go ahead and get that okra in. Get that moved around a little bit. I don't believe gumbo is gumbo unless you add a little bit of okra. Some people like it, some people don't. Once I got that going, I always could come back and add a little bit of gumbo filet. It's actually a dried sassafras leaf is what that is. I get a Zatarain's brand. Let me get that going. Just lightly put that over the top a little. That'll cook in and give you a pretty good flavor. Add a little bit of Tony's seasoning. A little bit of salt. And of course, a little bit of pepper.
Now check out this gumbo. This is a good gumbo.
I'm going to check on the gumbo here a little bit. We've had it cooking for about 30 minutes. I'd probably go ahead and cook this gumbo for about an hour and a half. Everything will cook down pretty good. Well, that's a good consistency. Looking pretty good. What I did was go in and take some of the bone out of the chicken. So go ahead and serve up a little. Got Caden a plate already. He's pretty excited about eating over there. Oh man, that smells really good. Smells good, doesn't it, Caden?
Yeah, rock and roll.
All right. Come on, let's go. That's some good gumbo right there, huh?
Yeah.
So I say, hey, good job today. And hey, y'all, hang on. And sausage gumbo! Whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop! Chicken and sausage gumbo! Chicken and sausage gumbo!
It's lip smacking, jaw jacking with Jeff Mathews.
We love lip smacking and jaw jacking with Jeff Mathews.
Nothing on the